have done 100 tests now just trying to speak. So this takes a lot of energy just trying to say something, anything at all. So my name is Jonas. I'm just going to take a walk and try to speak at the same time. So the thing is that there is a lot of things I want to talk about related to Horizon Zero Dawn. A lot about politics, religion, mythology, the nature and technology. And I would love to invite you to a Horizon Zero Dawn deep dive. And yeah, I would love to hear your hopes for the future of humanity. So my main interest in here, or the thing that contributes to my love of Horizon, is that it relates to the future of humanity and the things in the world and game and the story that relates to a lot of things that have interested me about alternatives for a positive future. I have interest me for a lot of things about the future of humanity, and seeing it in the game makes me happy. So I played the game for many years ago, and now I'm talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's had a great impact on me. So I would love to share my thoughts about it, because I have seen a lot of things on the internet, and none of them has gone into the things that I'm actually interested in this thing in the same depth that I'm wanted to go to. John Gonzalez, who wrote the story for Horizon Zero Dawn, has given interviews and talked about some of the topics, and sometimes you can hear a little bit about it, but not in the kind of depth with a connection to the real life inspirations in the mythology, psychology, the religion, mysticism, technology and science, ecology.
Shell walker scuttling around. Wonder what it's got in that container on its back.
Yeah. So I had plans to do this. I had plans to talk a lot about these topics. I wrote a series of articles for several of the topics, but there are a lot more than the content of those articles what I want to talk about. So my plan now is just to play the game, and my plan was to play the game Horizon Zero Dawn from the beginning on ultra hard, and since I'm for me it's very uncomfortable to get distractions on the screen. I don't like when things pop up on the screen that begging for attention. So I think the world is beautiful, and so I've turned off most of the UI of the game. Some parts of the UI is helps. So in certain situations, the user interface will help me, and I can turn on specific things in those situations. But the way the game is designed let me do a lot of things. You know, you can see in the machines what stage we are in. You can hear what we are about to do. So most of the things is not actually needed. And I love the game because it's given me the freedom to approach how I want to do things. Yeah. So right now I'm preparing for the burning chores, and I want to upgrade my bolt blaster, and for that I'm going to need an Apex Tideripper heart, and I'm seeing a Tideripper in the water here. Maybe it's Apex. It should be the right time of day for that. And I'm generally risk averse, which means that I don't enjoy putting myself in danger. And I'm sort of looking for other people on the internet with the same type of mindset to me. So some people could call this type of thing cheating.
Frost would do a lot of damage.
Yeah, so this is an Apex Tideripper. The user interface in this game is actually not outside of the story of the game, because she uses the focus as a sort of augmented reality. So even in focus mode, where you get additional information, but she actually uses the focus even when she's not in focus mode, and that can give her a compass and markers in the world to navigate. So it's not outside of her reality, but I prefer to not have those when it's not needed. But I'm not very good at action gameplay. Most people have a hard time aiming in the hand controller, like on a PlayStation 5. There seems to be some sort of bug that muffle the explosion in certain situations, but now it works. So it shouldn't reach me at this distance, so I can just try to take it out with freezing it. Oops, went too far. Yeah. So being risk averse, this is not the fastest way to do this, but I should find a weak point to do this too. But I should also take my opportunity to fire whilst it's frozen. Okay, so doing this now, and the next time I shall remember to mark the things that will make it hurt more. So processing capsule. Yeah, let's. Oh, exhaust port is excessive. Yeah. It's not actually the tail I want now, but so that makes it easier. I don't need a tail right now, but I probably will do that later. Okay, so let's reset again. Yeah, what I was going to say that doing it from safety is often not the fastest way to do it, but I'm still like to get more tips on how to do things fast while still being safe. So this is an focused shot. It doesn't make sense to take too long to aim. So if I can't find the right spot, I'm going to fire anyway. The alternative fire method, focused shot, will takes up what's weapon stamina, is it? Take up weapon stamina, but it's preferable. Yeah, and since I also trying to use as few resources as possible, so this is ultra hard gameplay, and it's not New Game Plus. So I'm not using glitches, and I'm not using resources from previous playthroughs, so I can't lower the difficulty levels, and I can't so I don't have the same way to gather resources that I could have if I could temporarily lower the difficulty. Or that's animation bug. And that's because I'm saving resources. I'm not using the advanced arrows because they use volatile sludge. So I'm using mostly the basic weapons. Most of the advanced weapons uses more expensive ammunition, so I don't like to use them even when I have them. The machines has much greater health on ultra hard, and the Apex machines have greater health also. That was a perch water sack, and that having drenched stage should make it easier to refreeze it also. So even if I'm saving resources, it still can be easy to use up all the machine muscles or other things that I'm using on large machines. So in order to not use all the resources, it's almost necessary to do hunt smaller machines and not only the large machines. And that becomes a little bit of a problem if you're trying to upgrade the more advanced weapons. It's lots of big machines that is needed, and that makes the resource management a big part of the game. The amount of damage the machine takes is enormously different depending on if you hit the armor plate or not. So that was another birch water sack. Now I would have allowed that I would have preferred that the machines were smart enough to not continually trying to do things that they can see doesn't work. So this makes it easy even if it takes some time. But I would have hoped that the machines were smart enough to understand that they can't reach me at this position, so they shouldn't even try to do it. And they should have some machines will leave the vicinity of the hunter and go to the opposite side of the area they inhabit. But they still should have some sort of at least short-term memory to not continuously trying to do things that didn't work. I'm still wanting the developer to fix the game, because there is so many things that
I can grab this from my stash.
I think is frustrating about Forbidden West. Like, she always says that she couldn't find what she's searching for long before I finished actually collecting the things. So the dialogue system in Forbidden West is really bad. It's constantly saying things in the wrong situation. What's the thing here? Something that's sticking up from the water. Is it here? Is it just it's just some sort of shadow or a texture bug or something? Don't know what this is. Huh. It seems to be a large seaweed. Okay, and here is the edge of the map. We're using water currents as a way to block off the player from the edge of the map. Okay, so I have... What? How did that machine get from the cauldron and here in this time?
I could freeze that machine.
Huh. That's strange. Okay, so I got all my Apex Tideripper heart that I needed. I don't know if I got the tail. Maybe could take another. That's in the story of the game. It's what's actually happening in the lore is that the machines report back to the tallnecks that they gather the information, and then that information is sent to the cauldrons, and those cauldrons sends out new machines if the old ones has been damaged. And in the Forbidden West, I was hoping that they have developed the game in such a way that you actually could see the machines leaving the cauldron and going to fill up the place. I think that they have traded too much for the resolution of the graphics. I like a pretty world, but I would love to have it more systemic, more interactive, so that the machines wasn't bound to their places in the way that they were. So I have listened to a lot of presentations about the games in GDC, and so they're saying that the machines could follow you if it wasn't for the memory management and the streaming, and that it would have run out of memory if the machine followed you to another herd. So the memory of the game is calibrated that you have streamed in the neighboring machine sites, but you can't go through that site being followed the machine to yet another site that would be streamed in. Okay, so I just was trying to at least beginning to talk, and I guess I had done that here, so I'm going to see if I can save here before they see me.
To kill her. Made by Hephaestus.
Seems to have worked. So yeah, please help me share your desires and hopes for the humanity of the future, and all the things in the philosophy, religion, politics, nature and technology that you have been inspired to think about from this game.